Hi, my name is Bea-Sopher, and I want to talk to you today about something that's really important to me, and I hope that at the end of the speech it'll be important to you as well. I want to talk to you today about mentorship. I want to talk to you about how one person can change another person's life so dramatically that not only can it change and alter the outcome, it can change their outlook forever. So mentorship for me is so important and it's fundamental. I believe that not only can it change a child's life, it can change yours as well. It started back July 4th, 1903 with Irvin Westheimer, who was a philanthropist that was a bank executive, and he was sitting at his desk and just happened to look out a window and noticed a little boy behind the building rummaging through the trash. He stood up. He stood up and got involved. That day, Mr. Westheimer did more than make a financial decision. He did more than change somebody's financial portfolio. He changed an individual's life forever and told somebody that their life was worth it. That day, Mr. Westheimer started an organization called Big Brothers. And then he got all of his important friends to go out and mentor little boys too that didn't have father figures at home. That branched into Big Brothers and Big Sisters. And it's that organization that I want to present to you today. I think Big Brothers and Big Sisters is so important because it's filled with people who have lives and are doing things, and they decided to just take a little bit of time out of their busy schedule to help to impact some small life in some small way that will ultimately make a big difference in that life. For over 100 years, Big Brothers and Big Sisters has done quite a few changes. They've changed a lot in their infrastructure. They've changed their logo, they've changed their designs, they've expanded their brand throughout the marketplace. They've established a more inclusive relationship with the community around us. But it has never altered or changed or even reduced its desire and mission to keep the children the main thing. Their ultimate goal is to make sure that their children are protected and kept safe and cherished, as every child deserves to be. National research has shown that positive relationships between littles and their bigs have a direct and measurable impact on a child's life. By participating in our program, little brothers and little sisters are more confident in their schoolwork performance. They're able to get along better with their families. 46% less are likely to do illegal drugs. 27% less are likely to use alcohol, and 52% less children are less likely to skip school because they have a big brother or they have a big sister in their lives. This is more than just teaching a child how to play basketball, teaching a child how to play baseball or play some kind of sport. We're talking about coaches and teachers who do have the ability to do that, but we're also talking about men and women who are determined to spend good, quality, wholesome time with children. Let me leave you with this. The Bible says in Matthew 25:40, I tell you the truth. When you did it for me, when you did it for the least of these, you've done it for me. And then we wonder, and they've asked Jesus, when did we do it? And he answered them by saying, every time you did it for somebody who needed it done, then you did it for me too. When you fed somebody who was hungry, you fed me. When you clothed somebody that was naked, you dressed me. This is the same thing as mentoring. Every time you take a little bit of yourself and give it to somebody else, then you're doing it for God too. Every time you give yourself away and give it to somebody who needs you, you're doing it for God too. No, every child doesn't end up a statistic and locked up in jail. And that's true. All of our children won't end up in the penal system. But if one ends up there, that's too many. what we do find that's consistent across the board and consistent across every culture and consistent across every walk of life is this what if syndrome that we all are faced with. What if someone had just taken a little bit of extra time to help me out? What if someone had stepped in and made a phone call? What if someone had found the time or invited me in? What if, what if, what if? Why is this so important to me? For 10 years, I have dedicated my life to big brothers and big sisters. I'm responsible for those who have come in and asked for help and assistance. And I've stretched out my hand and I've done that for 10 years. So I can sell a product because I believe in it. That's why I believe you need to mentor. Everybody has just a little time they can spend on somebody that needs the time that they have available. We get 24 hours. I'm pretty sure you can give up 2 to 3 hours a day to share your experiences and to help somebody who needs it the most know that there is another way and somebody does care. Well, my name is Terri Bea-Sopher, and this was for my public speaking class. I hope that I have called you to action because there's so much work to do. Get up, get on out there, and bless somebody today.